Okay, now we are ready for today's topic. Let me share my screen with you.
Okay.
So you can see my screen now, right?
Yep.
Okay, for the last two sessions, we have discussed arrays and array list. Okay, we know the advantage and disadvantage of each one of them and the difference between arrays and array list and how to use arrays and array list. Today, we're going to talk about a new topic in data structure called Hashmap. Have you heard before about Hashmap?
No, I haven't. No.
Never?
No, I heard about it. Yeah, I heard it, but I don't know about it.
Like, uh, could you tell me any information you know about hash maps, or you don't know anything?
I heard the word. I just heard the word about it. I just heard the word
You
before.
just hear the title, but you don't have information. It's
No.
okay. Like here, let's discuss the hash map. I will create a new class called hash map example. Inside this new class, I put my main method. Okay, inside main method, I will create a new hash map. Here, create a new hash map. How to create a new hash map like this using hash map class. Oh, wait. Before creating hash map, let's discuss what is hash map, what's the concept of hash map. Like we already know in array and array list, it's kind of data structure that is used to store data, right? Hash map is exactly the same, but using different method of storing data. Like in arrays and array list, we store data and we can retrieve them later using index. Okay, but storing data in hashmap is used by like hashmap is meant to be storing data of the form of pairs of key and value. So here, before creating new hashmap, like what is hashmap? So the answer to this question, hashmap is a data structure to store data in the form of key and value. Okay, have you heard before about the key and value process?
Not yet.
Do
No.
you have any idea what a key is?
Key. GIC key.
Like
No.
as I told you, in arrays and array list, we retrieve the stored data or stored values using an identifier called index. Okay, so it's ordered by index. Okay, and we can retrieve certain data. Okay, stored in a certain index. Using this index, we can access the value stored in this index, right?
Yes.
Here in HashMap, we don't have index, but instead of the index, we have kind of replacement of the index, which is called key. What is key? Key is a unique ID that me as a programmer I set to each and every value that I will store in this hash map. So again, second question or second definition, what is a key in hash map? So key is a unique ID given by the program to each element or to each value stored in the hash map. Okay. And by the way, a key can be any data type. Unlike the index. If you remember, index is always an integer in array list. Index is always integer, always a number, integer number. Okay. But
Never a string.
here key can be integer, can be string, can be float, can be character, can be anything. Okay. So
It can
this,
be anything.
yeah, key data type is more, flexible or more generic. Unlike in arrays or array list, we have the index, and index is always an integer. Okay. So now let's see how to create a new hash map. Now, after we already know what a hash map is, let's see how to create a new. So to create a new hash map, we will use the hash map class. Okay. Then we should specify inside these two angle brackets the data type, two data types, one for the key, one for the value, because each element inside the hash map has two parts. Part is the key, part is the value. Okay, each one of them can have different data type. So inside these two angle brackets, first we specify the data type for the key. Okay. Then second, we can put the data type of the value itself. So for example, I will put the key data type as integer. And as you can see, primitive data types is not allowed inside this hash map. So I should always use this wrapper class. Like I cannot put int like this. It's not allowed. So I should put a wrapper class for all primitives like this. Okay? Same for float, same for char, and so on. So here I will make my key as integer. Okay? And my value will be of type string. Okay? And imagine that I will make this hash map for student. For I will call it student. Okay? Equal new hash. Why I called it students? Because I will like make this integer acting as if it's a student ID. Okay? And this string value acting as student name. So the key indicates the student ID and the value is the student name. You understand? Brother, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
you have any questions?
I'm still thinking. I'm thinking.
Okay, now we are
It's
done
sort of like
creating.
it's sort of like a array list, right?
Excuse me, I
It's like an
couldn't
array.
hear.
It's like an array list.
You can consider it an array list, but with more flexibility. Instead of using index, we specify a certain uh, ID for each element, okay, and we control the value and the data type of this ID, okay,
Yes.
okay. Uh,
Yes.
And I will tell you one more important difference between hash map and array list, like after 1 minute. Like now, after creating the hash map, we want to add values, or add elements to the hash map. How to add elements to hash map?
Hashmap.add.
Yeah, we will using the hash map name students dot. We have a function in the hash map class called put. Using this put function, we can add a new element to our hash map. Here, this put takes two parameters. First, it takes the key, okay? Second, it takes the value, okay? Key is of type integer, and here in our example, it's a student ID. Like for example, I give the first student, I give him the ID of 2345. Okay, this is the key. What is the value? Uh, the student name, maybe Cody. Okay, uh, one more, like 2356 is ID. Name is Michael. Two three five seven is John. 2 3 4 5 6 is Ahmed. Okay, so here we put four elements inside our hash map. Okay, using pairs of keys and values of the same data types we specified here while creating our hash map. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So here in array list, like we add first, second, third, and automatically, okay, it gives the first element index of 0, second element index of 1, third element index of 2. This one is in array list. But here in Hashmap, instead of index 0, index 1, index 2, which are specified automatically, okay, with the same order and of type integer, okay, here in Hashmap, we chose to give the identifier of data type integer, okay, and we manually make the values 2345 for Cody for the first one, 2356 for the second one, which is Michael, 2357 for George, 23456 for, you understand?
Yeah,
Okay,
interesting.
good. Now let's print our student's hash map to see the output. So here we got Ahmed, Michael, George, Cody. Do you notice any, do you have any notes about this output?
It's organized, very organized.
Like, let me ask you a question. Is it sorted?
Yes, very sort of, yeah.
Uh, are you sure?
5, 6, 5, 7. Yep. No, no, no. This is supposed to be. This
Like
is the last.
first element added to students is Cody.
Hmm.
Then second is Michael. Third is
No,
George. Last is Ahmed.
no, it's
But here,
backwards.
here's the output. I got
It's
Ahmed
back.
in the first one. Second is Michael.
Yeah,
Third is George. And last is Cody. Do you know
backwards.
why?
Backwards.
Like,
Oh,
because
no.
it's a major difference between Hashmap and array list. Okay? Array
Hmm.
list is ordered data structure. Okay? I get the output with the same order, okay, of adding these elements to the array list. Unlike the hash map. Hash map is not about order. It's about saving pairs of keys and values. Okay, okay. You have nothing to do with orders, but you can retrieve these values only by using these unique keys. Okay, not by order or not by index. You understand?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Do you use
So
that often?
yeah. Let me ask you one more question. Like, what if I duplicate this line here, like here, this line and this line, 19 and 22. I have the same key, which is 2357. Here again, 2357. But here on line number 19, I have the value of George. On line number 22, I get, I make it instead of George, I make it uh, John. Can you expect what his output will be? If I try to print again my hash map here,
You'll
can
be
you expect
replaced.
what is result?
You'll be John instead of George.
Like, shall we expect to have five elements, two of them with the same key? One is George, another one is John, or we will get
Uh,
George only without John, or we will get John only without George.
you get John over George.
We will get John, but not getting George, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm happy to tell you that you are correct. Yes, here, as you can see, Ahmed, Michael, Cody, all of them are the same, but George is replaced with John. Okay, why? Because we don't have, we cannot duplicate these keys. As we said a while ago in the definition of a key, it's a unique ID. It should be unique. We cannot duplicate this ID for two elements. Okay. So if we use here the same ID for two elements, it will just get updated. It will override, delete the first value and replace it with the second value. Okay, so here is updating an um, existing value. Okay, and as a note, key cannot be duplicated. Okay, be aware of this note. So let me tell you, uh, is this put is the only way for us to update an existing value? The answer is no. Like we have another function in the hash map
Good.
called replace. Okay, this replace, it takes key and value, but I should pass an existing key to this function. Like for example, I can update this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was before Ahmed, okay, but here I will make it Muhammad. So when we copy this line and then we print again our array list, our hash map. So here we'll get Muhammad replacing Ahmed. So we got Muhammad, Michael, John, and Cody.
I see.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
But as I told you, in replace, like the difference between put and replace, that here replace should take an existing ID. Like if I put a non-existing ID, so non-existing ID like this, it will do nothing. Let me copy paste to these 4 lines. Okay, just to know the difference between put and replace. Okay, this replace must take an existing ID, existing key. Because here, if I pass non-existing key, like here in my
Mhm.
student's hash map, I don't have this new key. Okay, here I will put the battery. Uh, Here again, 2357, I will update this key to make it unique, not duplicated. Okay, and here instead of Sean, I will put a brand new value called Joe. Okay, can you expect the difference? The output,
Mhm.
does Joe will be added?
No, no.
It's in a brand new key and brand new value. the same as Cody, the same as Michael, the same as George, the same as that. So yes, this one will be added. Okay, this put will update the value only if the key exists, only if the key is not
Replace.
unique.
Uh,
It will update the value. Like here,
mhm.
this George and John share the same key, and since key duplication is not allowed in Hashmap, so this put will replace George with John. But if it takes a new unique key, okay, so it will be added normally as a new element to the Hashmap. Okay, unlike this replace as a side note must take an existing key. Like here, for example, this is
Patrick,
an existing key
Patrick.
for Ahmed. So we replaced
Mhm.
Muhammad with Ahmed, okay, using the same key, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But here, since I passed a non-existing key to replace, which is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, okay, and I gave the value Patrick, okay, so this replace will go to check for this value, for this key inside the hash map to replace its value. It will not find it, so it will
Doesn't
do nothing. Okay, so here we will find, after we run this program, we'll find Joe added, but Patrick is not added. Let's run and see. Look, Mohammed, Joe, Michael, John, Cody. Okay, and again we got Mohammed, Joe, Michael, John, Cody without adding Patrick. You understand?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now, what if I want to delete an element from the hash map?
Delete it.
How I'm gonna do this? Can you predict?
Students dot
Can you guess?
delete. Students dot delete.
I will say students, not dot delete. We have another function called remove. Here is remove. So I give the key of the element that I want to remove, and then this remove function will delete the whole element. Like for example, I want to delete this Joe. Okay, so I will just call the remove function and give it the ID of Joe, the key of Joe. Okay, and then Joe will get deleted. Here, if I print again my hash map, look, I have Muhammad, I have Michael, I have John, I have Cody, but Joe is removed. Joe is deleted. Okay,
Yes.
okay, great. What else we want to do? We want to, check if a certain key exists. We want to check inside all elements of the hash map if a certain key exists or not. Like, for example, We'll take this 2356 as an instance. Okay, we want to check if the hash map contains this key or not. So how to do this? We will put students dot contains key and we'll pass the key. If we run, yes, it's true. But this key exists here in this element.
Oh yeah.
But if we pass non-existent key, we will get false. Yes. Okay. The same can be done for values. Here to check
Hmm.
value exists. So here we'll print if student hash map dot contains value. Does it contain Michael? Yes, it contains Michael. But does it contain Tony? No, it doesn't contain Tony. So if we rerun this problem,
True
so
and
again
false.
we get true and then false. We have Michael, so it returned true. But we don't have Tony, so it returned false. Okay? To make you like confused, we put this. Now,
Hmm.
when we run, our code will be more organized. The output is, we now know what operation is this output related to. Okay. So do you have any question?
No, it's just like array list. Is it more common? Is this more common?
Yes, both of them are common. And
Oh.
lastly, I want to show you if I want to create a new array list, sorry, new hash map like this, I can totally control like second hash map. Okay, I can totally control the data type of both the key and the value. Like before, we used integer for key, string for value. What if I want to make both of them string? Like what if I want the key to be string and the value also to be string? Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. Like here, if I say second hashmap dot put, okay, now I have to pass two uh, strings. One for the key, first one is for the key, second one is for the value. Like the key, I call it one, for example. Okay, so second will be the value. This is the first element, for example. Here two. This is the second element. Okay, so here, if I print this second hash map, look like this.
Interesting.
For the key one, this is the first value. Two key, second, this is the second. What if I want to get this second value using this key?
It will be one. Oh, one will be
Like
in position.
getting an element and getting the value using the key. How I'm gonna do this?
It will be maybe get.
Yes, exactly. Using the function get. Here I call second hashmap dot get. Okay, this get I should give it a key. So here our key is of type string. Okay, and I want to get this second value. So this second value has the key called 2. Okay, so here I put get 2. So if I run again this program, okay, here this is our second hash map. Okay, now I'm trying to getting a value using the key. So I passed 2 to get function. Okay, so I got this is the second element. Look, exactly the same value as this one. You understand
Second
now?
element. Second element is the second element. Isn't a value using key.
Like
Okay, yeah, I
two,
see it.
like this is a pair of key and value inside this element. Okay, so I wanted to access this value. This is the second element. Okay, using its key, which is 2. So I called second hash map dot get, and then I pass the key, which is 2. So I got this value. This is the second. You understand?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, please feel free to ask if you have any question. I don't want you
I
to
can do
have
this.
any doubt.
I can practice this today, right? And show you today. I can practice this today.
You want to have some practice on your
I
own?
can I can practice
Mm,